One of the best things about the Poppy Playtime franchise are the details and secrets that are hidden all throughout the games. While playing, I think we all keep an eye out for clues that could reveal secrets about the game's plot or any important information. Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is no exception to this, as it's packed with a bunch of details and hidden secrets. I recently played through it again and noticed some details that might give us some more information about the story and what really happened. So let's take a look at a few details that you might have missed. The first detail I want to point out involves Miss Delight. She is a perfect example of how the toys managed to survive in the factory after the Hour of Joy. As we know, Miss Delight has a truly deranged and manic mind. She is quite literally insane. After the Hour of Joy, all of the teachers were locked inside the school. Because of this, they had nothing to eat. At least that's what we were led to believe. Therefore, the teachers came to the chilling conclusion to eat one of them in order to survive. This victim would be the Miss Delight we see in Chapter 3. Although Miss Delight took matters into her own hands and took out the other teachers so she could survive and feed on them. However, if you look inside the school, you will find a fully stocked vending machine completely untouched. This is super interesting. Why would this vending machine still be fully stocked if the teachers were starving? Even if they had no money to get anything, they could have easily broken into it. But the fact that it still has food inside confirms one thing, that the toys cannot feed on anything other than human flesh. As we know, the Miss Delight toys were living toy organisms, meaning they have both human and toy anatomy. This is why they were able to eat each other. The next detail I want to point out is actually really important because it could give us some answers as to what really happened to the other smiling critters. Throughout Chapter 3, we often run into cardboard cutouts of all of the smiling critters, although one in particular stood out to me. That would be Pigy Piggies. When we press her button, she starts listing off her favorite things to eat, including foods like roast beef and grilled chicken. However, she begins to mention other disturbing choices, like seared elephant and flayed unicorn, then mentions how she is still hungry, and asks us if we want to be her friend.
Grilled chicken? Down the hatch! Seared elephant? Yum! Flayed unicorn? Mmm! Still hungry. Hey, what do you say you and I be friends?
I think it's clear that she is describing the other smiling critters, so it might be possible that Picky Piggy ended up eating her friends in order to survive. Pigs will eat anything, right? This could further be proven from when we run into Dog Day, the last alive smiling critter. When we speak to him, he briefly explains what happened to the others, telling us how they tried to fight the prototype's control, how he is the last of them. At first, this just sounds like they all perished at the hands of the prototype. However, Dog Day mentions that they tried to fight the prototype's control. Now, this could just mean that they were not on his side, so they tried to fight back and ended up losing. Or, this could mean that the prototype was somehow able to control the smiling critters. I'm not suggesting that the prototype has mind control, but he might have been able to control their body in some way. Maybe the same way Dog Day became evil, how the smaller critters were able to crawl into Dog Day. This could have been how the prototype controlled them. He uses these smaller critters to get inside the smiling critter's body, then the smaller critters take control and turn them against each other. Maybe Picky Piggy was under control of the prototype, that's why she ended up eating the others. This could be what really happened to the smiling critters. However, it seems that maybe the smiling critters might not be as friendly as they seemed. If what I just suggested wasn't the case, Picky could have just eaten her friends in order to stay alive. And when she asks us if we wanted to be her friend, this means that we are next on the menu. This could make perfect sense, as we also see signs of evil through Crafty Corn's cutout. As we know, Crafty is the artistic one of the group. When we press her button, she asks us to help her with her painting. As we keep clicking the button, we give her the color blue. She then asks us for red, although we end up running out of red paint. Crafty then suggests that we are hiding red from her, and screams "Give it here" as she cuts out to static.
You're hiding more red from me. I know you are. Give it here!
clearly she was talking about blood. She wanted to use our blood as red paint. This is a perfect example of how these smiling critters might have had an evil side to them, but I'll let you decide. Now, while we are in the school running away from Miss Delight, we can find a notice board inside. This gives us a bunch of attached notes that reveal more in-depth information about the factory before the hour of joy. There was a curfew enforced. Several students and staff members had gone missing. Because of this, they implemented this curfew. All students must be in their home sweet home dormitories by 7 p.m. Failure to comply would result in disciplinary action. So it's very creepy that the staff and students would go missing, which would force them to implement this curfew. However, they could have been doing this to hide the fact that they were taking those missing students and staff and experimenting on them, meaning Playtime Co. knew exactly where those missing people were. We can also see a restricted area note. It says, do not venture into the abandoned basement or attic under any circumstances. These are strictly off limits. Now, why would the abandoned locations be strictly off limits? Well, these locations were probably spots where sinister activities took place. Can't have any children walking in on them. The second bullet mentions a different curfew, saying all students must be in their dormitories by 10 p.m. So I'm assuming this one was in place before the previous. The other curfew was an updated one, when the students and staff started going missing. This 10 p.m. one was just a general curfew. The last bullet is extremely concerning. It says, be alert for strange sounds or shadows moving in the halls after dark. Report any sightings to a staff member or security personnel. This could be talking about catnap, or as we know, some of the experimented toys ended up escaping, so this could be referring to them. In a place like this, any weird sightings are probably real. Another note on the wall is for the Drama Club of Shadows. This club's purpose was to teach children how to scare each other. It reads, macabre acting techniques. Learn the art of sending shivers down spines, conjuring fear, and embodying the darkest characters from our experienced coaches. Curse scripts. Plunge into the world of spine-tingling tales and unearth the horrors that lurk in the hearts of your characters. Ghastly set design and haunting props. Bring the chilling world of the play to life with your creativity and craftsmanship. Spectral costume design. Transmogrify into your character with the help of our diabolical costume designers. Terrifying performance opportunities. Haunt the audience with our dread-filled productions, eerie festivals, and cursed special events. So clearly this Club of Shadows was something the kids would do for fun, a type of play that would be put on. But what makes this even more creepier is the fact that those children were turned into the evil toys that are trying to hunt us down. You could question if the staff were subconsciously doing this to prepare the children for experiments. Continuing with the subject of subconscious, while inside of Home Sweet Home, the wallpaper might look normal until you get a little closer to it and you'll notice there is actually a pattern of Poppy as the art. You can also see patterns of Huggy Wuggy on the curtains. While being a cool design that might seem innocent, this could actually be Playtime Co. subconsciously training the children to become comfortable around the toys so they are not frightened by them. This would make sense, especially with Huggy Wuggy, as his job was to watch over the kids. Now, while in our first dream state of Home Sweet Home, you probably noticed the weird radio on the ground that sounds like nonsense. But if you actually reverse the audio, it reveals a hidden message.
You were supposed to be here. Why weren't you here? You missed the event. You missed the meeting. You missed the party.
We were supposed to be here. We missed the event. We missed the party. This confirms that we were supposed to be at the hour of joy. The toys wanted to specifically attack us. This makes me wonder why. We know we are an employee from the factory, but we don't actually know what our job was. I think it's safe to say that we were somehow involved with the Bigger Bodies initiative. Clearly, if Poppy knew to send us a letter, she knows who we are and where to find us, which is odd. And why did we leave our job? Well, that's for another video. How do you guys feel about these hidden details? Did you know about any of them? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like horror game content like this, please consider subscribing. If you want to support the channel even more, you can become a member. Don't forget to check out my Twitter at TerrifyT. Thanks for watching.